Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Wine and Dine. Today we are making a seafood pasta and pairing that with a wine from Niagara-on-the-Lake. This is from Pillitteri Estates. It is the Canadian Gothic 2020 white. It has aromas of pear and green apple as well as pink grapefruit. The palate mirrors the nose. It is a blend of 4 wines. We got Vidal, Riesling, Pinot Grigio, and Gewurztraminer. So one of those wines ought to pair well with this meal. For appetizer, can't forget this. We are doing baked brie. So preheat your oven now. If you are following along with me, preheat your oven to 350. Wait, we have to pour the wine first. Oh my gosh, so much is happening. Grab that wine glass. Yes. Okay, I'll try to pour better than last time. So a little fact about me, I'm more of a white wine person. So I'm in my element today. First sipperoo. Oh my gosh. Yes. Not too sweet. It's about a medium dry. Based on the grams of sugar, it's 10 grams of sugar per liter if you're interested. Dry is at 4 grams. Really like that, oh my gosh. We're gonna cook with it. Hopefully it's not too sweet for that, but who cares? Let's make the baked brie because I am starving. Get your brie and your jam of choice. Okay, so we got our jam, we got our brie, we got our puppy coming over to make sure everything is okay. So we got some cherry Merlot jam happening, a little Merlot action. Wine and Dine episode 1. And we got this nice creamy brie from France. Oven is preheating to 350. Mine is already preheated. And we're just gonna douse this brie in jam. As soon as you bake it, it's no longer just a food, it's an appetizer and you can eat as much as you want. That's how baked brie works. You can take the top layer of the brine off if you want. I eat the brine, hopefully that's safe. I remember looking it up and it was safe, so hopefully that still holds true. If you haven't tried baked brie, I don't know if you're living. We're just gonna spread the jam on top and voila! Piper's very concerned right now. We're gonna bake this uncovered. Is that enough jam? No. When you ask if something is enough, the answer is always no. Immediately no. Uncovered, going in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. Set that timer. I'm setting the timer for 15 minutes and then we'll check it and see if we need to add more time. Grab that wine. Like I was saying before, I'm a white wine person. I feel like the best white wine is better than the best red wine, but there's a lot of duds of white wine in the mix that decrease the group average, I guess you will say. Anyways, take another sipperoo. We're gonna marinate our seafood. If you wanna feel stressed, look up seafood pasta recipes. There's like so many different order of ways to do things that we're just gonna experiment today. We got some frozen bay scallops, no longer frozen. We got some thawed bay scallops and some white shrimp. So I have to explain myself. These are already cooked. And these are not already cooked, so we're only gonna marinate these. These are sitting in my freezer for a while. I just never really focused on whether or not they were cooked or not. But today, pulled them out of the freezer-oo and they're cooked. So we can't really marinate those, but we'll marinate the bay scallops and keep them separate. Moral of the story, grab some wine. Scissors. We're actually gonna strain and drain these, pat them dry. The truth be told, I might have partially cooked the scallops by an accident when I was thawing them. But that's okay. No one said this was gonna be perfect. This is fine, this is fine. It's either gonna be a disaster or genius. That is always the case. Anytime I step foot in the kitchen. It's your fault if you're not ready for it. So at this point, we're just playing around with our food. Wash your hands. Okay, we gotta get this show on the road. I'm gonna open this and just not use the strainer that's dirty now and just pour out some of the water, I guess. Cut the second bag. I don't know why there's 2 bags in here. Good news is that they're already deveined now. The shrimp is deveined because they're cooked, and we can take off the tails. It took a while, but we got there. Here we go. Olive oil, salt, pepper, lemon, garlic. Let it sit. Maybe add some wine. We're freestyling it. You guys know how I be. freestyle and hope for the best. Salt, pepper. These are your scallops. If you're following along and you have raw shrimp, add the shrimp into the raw scallops as well. Grab your cutting board. Oh, Piper, you're very in the way. Party is here. We're gonna add with some white wine. A knife, excuse me, Piper. And how much lemon do we want? I'm just gonna put half the lemon and then save the other one for like cooking or something. This is very freestyle, guys. Hopefully it's not a huge disaster, but you never know. This is what we're working with right now. You actually don't wanna let it marinate with the lemons too much because that can actually cook the scallops as well. Grab that garlic. We're gonna make this extra garlicky. If you don't like garlic, you can leave. Just kidding. Add 2 for now. We're gonna be cooking with a lot, and add some minced garlic into the mix. Second garlic clove coming up, coming in hot. I really wish we could start all of the Wine and Dine episodes with a box of chocolates, but that's just not realistic. Okay, oh, there's garlic everywhere. Okay, garlic is off of our hands. And like a tablespoon or 2 of wine. Don't want to waste too much of that. Don't know how this is gonna taste. We're just gonna mix this up. Oh, I love scallops, I'm so excited. We're gonna set that aside, wash our hands, and get our crackers ready for this Brie adventure. Take another sip of wine while we wait for our appetizer, creating as much of a mess as possible. I'm actually gonna wash that colander. Okay. Just gonna disinfect my sink. Wash my hands again. All right, it's gonna get a little fancy here. We're gonna get our charcuterie board. Isn't she gorgeous? Put this over here. Got a nice little knife. Using these crackers for our Brie. They are date walnut panache. We have 1 minute until we check it. Oh, I'm so hungry. That should be good. Like you've never eaten a whole wheel of cheese yourself before. Please, lose your judgment. Me patiently waiting for my wheel of cheese to finish baking. She's not ready. She's not ready. I want it to feel a little bit softer, so we're gonna go for the 5 more minutes. Set that timer so we do not forget. Alcohol has been involved. Timer is set again for 5 minutes. Let's get out the rest of our ingredients for the pasta. Garlic, sun-dried tomatoes, parsley, spinach, shallots. Parsley is making a comeback. Spinach, lemons, sun-dried tomatoes. I don't know if I'm more excited for the Brie or the sun-dried tomatoes. I love sun-dried tomatoes. Tomatoes? Tomatoes? We got the garlic. Shallots. So you could use red onion, but I thought it would spare no expense. Is that the same? I'd go all out for you guys. We're just gonna freestyle how much we need. We can wash our parsley before we cut it. Parsley is last. Just a little garnish or roux. So you don't need that much. This much parsley at the very end. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Dry your parsley in some nice paper towel. Don't let the turtleneck fool you. She's not that bougie, guys. These are the sun-dried tomatoes that I'll be using. We're gonna cut these up. So we can do that now. Should we do that now? Let's cut up our shallots. I'm just gonna use 2 shallots and scallops. Peel them and you will realize that they're actually purple or red. 3 hours later. This baked Brie needs to hurry up. I am so hungry. Yeah, I need the carbs. This wine is strong. What is the alcohol percentage? 12.5. I haven't even had that much yet. What's happening? I am butchering these expensive red onions at this point. We are peeling off the skins. And then we are going to dice. Dice. Yes! Piper, this is not for you. This is for mommy. If you don't have a trevet, just use a nice kitchen textile of choice. Turn that oven off. Food safety. Ah! Take a little break from meal prep and treat yourself. I usually don't have a snack between lunch and dinner, but I have a snack between breakfast and lunch, so wine dines get crazy. The perfect wine pairing. I am a sommelier. Oh my gosh, that brought out the sweetness of this so much. That's amazing. So Brie is a pretty mild cheese, so it's best if you have it with a wine that's not gonna overpower it. It's like a little dance with the Brie. Oh my gosh, guys. This is insanely delicious. Or maybe I just haven't had baked Brie in so long that it's like, or maybe I'm just wasted. The good news is that this meal is pretty basic, so I don't need to think about it. I don't think this is going so well. Well guys, change of plans. Dinner is Brie. Get a really big skillet. Which one should I use? I'm gonna use the one with more surface area but less rim. That was a big decision, guys. Big moment in my Wine Dine career. Okay, I'm gonna put water in the pot and turn it and start to boil it so that we have like a time limit, because I'm just gonna be like, which is fine. We're wining and dining. We're gonna add some salt to the water. Simple. Put the lid on. All right, now we're working under pressure here. Okay, we're gonna dice up these shallots. Just a complete hack job, this is fine. No one's ever said, oh my gosh, you cut those shallots so nicely. Because nobody notices. I'm just gonna cut like one shallot, because that was big. Bigger than I thought. It's like when you unbox something in a box and then it's just way bigger. Like when you open a box of salad and then it's like a huge salad and you end up getting full from the salad. It's like when you pack a suitcase. How many examples am I gonna get? Oh my gosh, I better not start crying. Ah! I can't even look anymore. Tell me if there's blood. Tell me if I cut my hand off. I was not expecting this. Why didn't anybody warn me? Oh shoot. Okay, well another video wasted, because I don't know if I can use any of this footage. Wow. I'm gonna start heating my pan. So increase the temperature of your pan for the seafood. Medium-high heat. Peel your garlic. We're ahead of the game. We're just prepping for when we're making the sauce. Sauce! You guys know I love my sauces. It's very Scampi-Inspired with the wine and the lemon and the garlic and the butter that we're gonna add. It's like Scampi, but make it creamy. Another hack job with the garlic, who cares? Perfection in the imperfection. As long as you have some garlic in the mix, then it's a guaranteed success. Easy win. I feel like I'm cutting like a little kid helping out in the kitchen. Sundried tomatoes, my favorite. These are just in oil, but you do whatever you want to do. You can get the dried ones that are just packaged without oil at all. I love sun-dried tomato. I'm gonna choose about 4. I'm gonna go for 5. Make it 6. We're just gonna cut these up again. We still need to cut our sun-dried tomatoes, but I want to add this to the pan. I'm trying to decide if I want to, yeah, just add all the liquids, add everything, freestyle this, hope for the best. Cut those sun-dried tomatoes. Hopefully the scallops start cooking. They won't take that long, so Everything is going according to plan. Oh, I hear something. Is it the water? Is it the scallops? I don't know, we will find out. Our water is boiling. We are using whole grain spaghettini. You could use linguine. I really was craving the thinner noodles. I don't even know how that can be a craving, but I was. So, we're just gonna use the whole box. I'm gonna set the timer for 5 minutes. I'm gonna use this to mix it around. We have 5 minutes to get our life together. Update, it smells delicious. So we're gonna add our shrimp just to like get it mixed up in the juices, even though the shrimp is already cooked. We should have taken off the tail, but we forgot. I don't know what happened, but we forgot. Add our shrimp to the skillet, then remove the seafood, and then start making the sauce. Smells amazing. Hopefully this works out. I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna mix the noodles. This is like multitasking times 100. So we're gonna be eating pasta and seafood for the next month or two. Don't forget about this brie, guys. As there's like a fire in the back. We need a slotted spoon or something. Get a plate and remove the seafood from the skillet situation. Turn the heat down on your stovetop. We're gonna keep the juices in the pan. Keep the juices in the skillet and add your shallots, garlic, and sun-dried tomato until it gets nice and aromatic. The pasta noodles might be cooked. It's fine. We can juggle this. That's my camera for the angles, if you're wondering. Sorry. This isn't aesthetically pleasing. Oh my god! What's happening? Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Add some oil to the skillet before it burns. And some butter and some pasta water. Butter, and we need a knife. Butter, meat knife. Like a tablespoon, if that. Keep the butter on standby. Add some pasta water to deglaze your pan. I think that's what the kids say. When you strain and drain, preserve some of that precious water. Add some water, some pasta water, whatever you manage to salvage. Let it simmer for a little bit, reduce. Okay, everything is under control. Remove it from heat, get that milk and Parmesan cheese. ASAP. Add about a cup of milk. Reduce that heat. Heat is slightly reduced. We're gonna let that milk come up to a simmer, and then we're gonna grate Parmesan, melt the Parmesan, give it a little spinaroo, and then add some spinach, put that seafood back into the skillet, and we're pretty much done. Wow. Okay, we're gonna let that sauce reduce a little bit. If you need it to be thicker, add some all-purpose flour, grab some Brie and cheese. This is very intense. Make sure the milk is not burning. I'm gonna add less than a tablespoon of all-purpose flour. Just a smidge of flour. Mix it up. Make sure everything is mixed. Grate in that Parmesan. Mix it up. Now we're just gonna add some spinach. I think I'm gonna chop up the spinach a little bit. I can't not add spinach to a pasta dish. What do you think I am? We're just making sure there's no huge chunks. Add that to your sauce. I'm gonna add a little bit of wine. I don't know if this is a bad idea, but I want it to be a little bit thinner. Whoopsies! When you first add the spinach, it's gonna seem overwhelming, but it's gonna wilt, I promise you. Now we're gonna add the seafood back after we take a sip of wine. I'm gonna add some more salt and pepper. Making a mess. Making a mess. You can add red pepper flakes if you like spice. Now we add the pasta noodles. Then we're gonna garnish with some parsley and more cheese, of course. Gotta mix and mix and mix. When in doubt, add some more olive oil. Maybe I'll add some more Sundried Tomatoes. Just a little extra zing. Zippity zip zip zing. Just keep mixing. It smells delicious. We have to do the parsley cutting. The end is near, guys. Oh my gosh, are we plating now? I think we're plating, guys. So what we're working with, we're gonna add some salt and pepper, a nice elegant drizzle of olive oil, of course. It's not elegant, but you guys get the idea. Grate some Parmesan. Finishing touch, a little garnish. She's done. A little taste. Delicious. That wraps up Wine Dine episode 2. It has been a blast. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, please like and subscribe, and cheers. Clink.